Shalom. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruachadash. Want to give double honors to the mighty, beautiful, wonderful elders that came before me, that brought me into this truth. This video is going to be called There Is No Debate. The so-called white man is Esau. All right. Now, of course, there have been a few things that I noticed, and I don't want to poke fun or anything like that, but I did notice a few things. A couple of things came down my timeline, and it just, finally put things in perspective. That light bulb finally flickered in my head, and the Lord put it on my spirit to put together this video. So we're gonna go into a few things here. All right, let me pull this up here real quick. All right, there we go. So we're gonna pull up a few articles. So one is from X here. All right, so we're not gonna look at this video here, but we do want to look at this guy's profile on X. All right, so some guy named Aiden. Right, I've spent the last week diving in the underwater caves of the Yucatan Peninsula. All right, so what do we got here? I've never felt more connected to my soul than I do when I'm diving through these ancient caverns. 65 million years old, yet widely explored due to the relatively new development of scuba, increases in technology, highway access, and resources. So you have these people out here, right, that are diving all throughout these caves, scuba diving to where they can move through cave-like passages under the water. Now let's see exactly who this guy is. I want to get a look up. There he is. And there he is. Boom. And there he goes. There goes Esau. All right. There he is. Okay. So again, I want to highlight what he stated in the second paragraph here. I've never felt more connected to my soul than I do when I'm diving through these ancient caverns. Look at that, man. Let's go into a few other videos here. Now, if you're claustrophobic, man, you should even watch, okay? I'm pretty claustrophobic myself, but, it is what it is, man. So check this out.
A group of 10 experienced cavers were descending into a cave when they came across a very narrow passage. They had learned about the cave before entering and decided to go through one of its most difficult sections. 4 of them chickened out, leaving only 6 inside. They kept going and managed to squeeze through the tightest part of the cave. However, they didn't realize that above ground, a sudden and intense thunderstorm had begun. According to their map, there was supposed to be a small stream in the cave, but the water level was rising at an alarming rate. Realizing the danger, they decided to turn back and exit the cave. However, they were already 3 hours in, and the water was pouring in even faster. The 6 cavers desperately tried to swim up the cave to reach larger chambers, but all of them drowned. A group of 10 experienced cavers...
Well, that's that dumb shit these dumbass Edomites be getting into, man. Alright. These freaking Edomites always trying to get into... The so-called white man is always trying to get into some crazy shit, man. Alright, Jake... I'll speak for myself, man, but Jake, for the most part, is just chilling at the crib, man. Alright. Some food. Got his broad with him. Watch a movie, maybe. Play video games and just chill out. Esau's crazy ass has to jump out of a guy. And like the video from yesterday. Speaking on living peaceably among all men. Alright. Just like that video, what was one of the scriptures that we had to go into? Matthew the 4th chapter. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Alright. Thou shalt not tempt Salakia, Yahweh thy power. And this is a harsh temptation, man. Esau's always trying to go into some Indiana Jones shit, man. and it leaves his dumb ass destroyed. Let's keep on going, man. Let's go to another video here.
This photo went viral, but it has a tragic story behind it. The guy trapped in a cave became a meme, however. What happened, really? The man on it is John Jones, and he wanted to explore the Nutty Putty Cave in Utah back in 2009. He got stuck as it was too narrow, and after 27 hours inside, he passed away. The cave is so dangerous that the relatives decided to seal it with him inside. This photo went viral, but it has a tragic story behind the guy.
Boom. Okay. Traveling all through these freaking rocks, man. There's nothing that would compel me to go diving into a damn cave and start looking around that shit, man. And start trying to freaking search for stuff, man. There is nothing that would compel me to see a small opening inside of a cave and then start trying to go through it. That's not that intelligent of a thing to do, man. Nonetheless, let's get into these scriptures, man. Just crazy as hell, man. This is Jeremiah 49:13 in the KJV. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. So Bosra, or the United States of America in this day and age, is going to be completely obliterated. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that what? That dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that what? That dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from hence, saith Yahweh. So, of course, it's not only talking about Esau dwelling in caves or the Caucasus Mountains in Georgia, Russia, right? And you can obviously see this happening right now as we speak. There are not too many good stats on who the who the largest demographic is when it comes to being cave divers and cavers, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, because of course they don't want to implicate themselves. But nonetheless, this is pretty obvious. This is talking about the so-called white man. Why? Because he's holding the height of the hill right now. He's dwelling in what people know as the White House right now. He's dwelling in those high-rise apartments in New York, right? And in San Diego and all over the country, all over the world, man. That's what Esau is doing. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. You see that one? So this place is going to be thrown down, finished, vanquished, obliterated, to the point where all the other nations are going to be looking at it and hissing at it. Like, damn, what the hell happened to you? Like Smokey said, you just got knocked the F out. That's what's going to be happening to Esau Edom, man. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, is what? Not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. You see that one? That's talking about the elect. Now let's go back to this here. The Twitter post from Aiden, Mr. Aiden here. I've never felt more connected to my soul than I do when I'm diving through these ancient caverns. That's not your place of business, Esau. So-called white man, you have no business being underneath the water, doing all kinds of excavations, right? And try to find all kinds of crazy different materials and elements that are not known to man. That's not your place of business. Now, of course, the strangeness, the odd nature of Esau Edom has led to magnificent findings that assisted us when it came to these scriptures. And that's because the Lord put it on his spirit, and the Lord made him that way. So we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for that. Right? But that's because the Lord made him that way. All right? Pardon me. Let me go back here. Let's keep on reading. Excuse me. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. So Esau can't be satisfied with the land that he has here on the earth. He has to actually dive within the waters and then try to navigate or move throughout the different caves underwater. Right? That's what you have to do now, because you just can't get enough. Where we at here? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And where do you see that? You see that in First Maccabees. I believe it's the second chapter. All right, let me pull that up here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salakia. Let me see here. Pardon me, not second Maccabees. Pardon me, First Maccabees. Where is it at? First Maccabees, the second chapter. Is that it? Nah, that's the first chapter. Yeah, let me pull this up here. That's 142. Let me do this here. We're pretty much done with that. Bees. Bees. One. Can I get it here? 42. Here it is. Let's start at verse 41. This is First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. You see that one? So Esau Edom, whenever he gets in power, he wants everybody to conform to his ways, just like the so-called white man is doing right now. He's trying to push democracy all over the planet Earth, whether it be in Iran, right? Whether it be in China, whether it be in different parts of Africa. Esau Edom is good for that, man. Now, where are we at here? Let's go back to it. Verse number 6. But Aslakia, verse number 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see that one? And if you just look at the United States of America, you have all people that are dwelling here. You have Ethiopians, you have Egyptians, you have so-called blacks, you have Latinos, you have Native Americans, you have the so-called white man, of course. You have daggone East Indians, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino. All these different demographics of people are here, right? All the nations are gathered here in the United States. Now let's look here. Let's get this in the NLT. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to Yahweh, or to God. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many people. But soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, What sorrow awaits you, thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? You see that one? And this can't go on much longer. The Most High is going to be throwing Esau Edom down, and it's going to be a magnificent and wonderful judgment upon him. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. The Heavenly Father is going to be bringing you down, Esau, Edom. You're being exposed every single day, so-called white man. You're going to get finished off, Esau, and all you other nations that are cleaving on to Esau, Edom. All you other nations in general are going to be destroyed. The Heavenly Father is going to put you to death, man. And he's going to be putting you in slavery, right? Nonetheless, let's go to Daniel, the 4th chapter and the 17th verse. Even with all the innovations, of course, like I have to say this a lot of the time, it is only by divine intervention that the Most High allowed Esau, Edom, or set up Esau, Edom, as the chief people on the planet Earth today. Right? It is only by divine intervention because of the nonsensical practices that they implement every single day with their underwater cave explorations and all this other nonsense, jumping out of a damn freaking uh, uh, not a TV, damn, a freaking plane, a helicopter, whatever it might be. All this nonsense that they do, man. Look at the nonsense that they're pushing all over the earth. All nothing but death, destruction, obliteration that they're doing. And you think that this is going to continue? Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. The what? The kingdom of men. And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. The what? The basis of men. And Esau Edom is the basis of men. The Heavenly Father is going to be throwing Esau Edom down. Right? Nonetheless, and sidebar, Salakia. Where is that guy at? Here he is. Nah, it was them cats. Shoot, was it? Yeah, this guy here.
Guy trapped in a cave became a meme, however. What happened really? The man on it is John Jones.
Boom, John Jones. Speaking of John Jones, you bitch ass Edomites, you fuck niggas, man, that want to run your goddamn mouth about John Jones, right? And I'm not talking about this Edomite, this so-called white man here, right? I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the man John Jones that recently retired from the UFC. Now I'm hearing rumors about him actually trying to make a comeback in less than 2 weeks, right? But you dumbasses, man, always got some shit to say, man. Y'all hoe ass niggas always had some shit to say about Floyd Mayweather. Whenever he retired, you wanted to just see that man get knocked out, murdered in the ring, destroyed, hurt. You wanted to see him lose. The same thing with John Bones Jones. You wanted to see that nigga lose, man. But guess what? You ain't seeing him lose, man. And Tom Aspinall, his dumb ass can go, man. Yo, let me chill out, man. Nonetheless, this is just a side note, a sidebar. Seeing this cat's name brought that up to my attention, right? And if I'm John Jones, I'm not coming out of retirement, man. I'm giving the middle finger to all you bastards, man. All right, kiss my ass, so what? Like Michael Blackson. Anyway, Salakia, man. Salakia. Let me see if I can get anything else here. Yeah, let me go here. Where we at here? Malachi 1. Okay, here we go. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build. So again, the Most High is stating it explicitly. He is stating that they shall build. They are going to build. And haven't they built? Have they not built? Is the United States of America not a glorious, magnificent, gigantic country filled with all kinds of cities and beautiful structures? Is that not the case? Well, that is the case. And Esau Edom surely has built. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So the Most High God is going to allow them to build. He's going to put the spirit on these Edomites to build. He's going to put the spirit on Jake to assist the Edomites to damn build, right? But of course, the Most High ultimately is going to throw this shit down, man. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. The Heavenly Father is not dealing with you, Esau. The Most High God is going to be throwing you down by that sword, Esau. The Most High God is going to be putting you into captivity, Esau. Call out Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwakadash. Want to give double honors unto my elders and apostles that came before me, that brought me into this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Until next time.